Alright, what's up everybody? Gonna take you through a shoulder and calves workout today, and once again I'm just gonna repeat, excuse me for my rookie footage. I'm trying to film myself, and I had my bipod break on me today during filming, so I lost one of my workouts, which I'll explain later anyway. So I'm going to take you through a shoulder and calves workout. I always pair shoulders with calves. I don't know why, but it just seems to work good that way because I can really focus on my upper body and then move into a lower body movement, so I can kind of isolate each area, and I really like that. So again, I always start off on the treadmill, 5 to 10 minutes, thinking about what I'm going to do and things I might try different today. And then I went and did grabbed a couple dumbbells, just did some light warm-ups, just some easy lateral raises. I was using just 5-pound dumbbells, warm up my rotator cuffs, and then I moved into my first lift. And so I started at this reverse pec deck machine, doing my rear delts. And so here again, I'm going to do 5 sets on this, and I'm going to start really light, somewhere around 50 pounds, just to get those rear delts going. And then I moved into heavier weights and progressively added probably 10 to 20 pounds each set. So I think at the end I was moving, I don't know, somewhere around 110 to 130 pounds, and always looking for 10 to 15 reps, but I'm never too crazy about it, just looking for the burn. So yeah, so that's where I started, is with that rear delt. And I also like starting with rear delts because I feel like it's that the shoulder muscle that is never worked enough, so I try to get it going first, really get it fired up so it gets a good burn throughout the workout. And also I feel like right after rear delts I move into shoulder press, and when I warm up my rear delts first, my shoulder press seems to go better. I seem to feel stronger, and my rotator cuff can handle the pressure better, because my right shoulder kind of really hurts me a lot in the shoulder press, so I have to warm it up real good before I get into a press. So I always start with these rear delts. I love doing the reverse pec deck. It's a good one to isolate the rear delts and be able to put a lot of stress on them. And you'll see as I'm doing this, I'm putting my hands kind of open. I'm not really grabbing that bar that's at my hands. You'll see that my hands are kind of like flat. I feel like when I push with like the outside of my hand, they're kind of the meat of the outside of your hand. I seem to isolate that rear delt more. I feel like when I grab, I'm putting too much tension on my forearm. And then it turns, kind of adds too much forearm into that workout, or it turns into a back workout, and I'm starting to squeeze my back more. So I leave those hands nice and, flat, like they're as if they're, resting on a tabletop. Seems to do better that way, so I'd recommend you try that, and I think you'll get a better squeeze and focus out of your rear delt. Well, here is where my tripod decided to break on me. I started doing a shoulder press, and my bipod just wasn't cooperating. I was trying to wrap around the frame there of the press to get a video, and then it broke. So anyway, I wasn't able to get this on film, so I'm just going to put a picture here so you can see what I was doing. So I always do, I don't know, 4 to 5 sets. I think I did 4 sets today of the sitting military or shoulder press. And just like in this picture, I'm bringing the bar down to just below my chin, and then pressing it all the way above my head. I start with kind of a medium lightweight. I think I put 25s on each side, and then I added a 10 pound, so then I was 35 pounds on each side. Then I added another 10 pound, and it was 45 pounds. And then on my 4th set, I dropped back down to that 25, just kind of for a good long burn. So again, I started with about 95 pounds, moved up to 115 pounds, then went to 135 pounds on the 3rd set. And then on that 4th set, I went back down to 95 pounds and then did as many reps as I could. So 3rd workout we're going to get into is a side lateral raise. And I like to do this with the cables. I seem to get more tension on the shoulder than with dumbbells. And I feel like with dumbbells I swing more, and I don't get, as much effective muscle breakdown, when I'm swinging, versus that constant tension of the cable. So, so here I'm about, actually, I think I'm into my 3rd set of these lateral cable raises, and you'll see that I do it with my wrist kind of slung around that strap there. I don't really use the handle. I try not to, because I feel like my grip gives out before my shoulder does. So I just try to put that strap around my wrist and raise my whole arm like that. It seems to get a little bit more tension on that side delt, and anyway, I like to do it that way. So here I do I'm kind of bouncing from arm to arm. And anyway, so what I'm going to do is I do one set at a lightweight, do a second set at a medium weight, third set at kind of my heaviest, my max, and then right now what I'm doing is my final burnout. And so on that fourth set, I start at the heaviest I can go, do each arm, then I go down to the medium weight, do each arm, then I go down to the lightweight and just do as many as I can. That's my fourth set and kind of my burnout, little side lateral raises. This is, what's going to really make your delts look round and full and big. So definitely give it all you can here. Do everything you can to really just make them burn. Here I change grips. As you can see, I'm now gripping the handle. Just decided to try something different to get, maybe a little bit different feel there in the shoulder. But yeah, typically I just like to loop that handle around my wrist. Like there, I go back to doing it. So yeah, give those a try, and really on these 4 sets, give it all you can. So the fourth workout we're going to get into are these upright rows. I'm just going to talk about this fast because my picture quality was terrible. My camera wouldn't focus on me, so it looks all blurry. Anyway, so just do 4 sets of these. Pick a medium weight, something that you can do 10 to 12 reps, and do that for 4 different sets. And I mean, those are pretty simple. Just, pick it up, roll it up to your chin or so, and yeah, feel the burn in your shoulders. This one's really good for separating the shoulder meat from your arms. I feel like it gives you kind of that capped out look on your shoulder. So give these a shot, 4 sets, 10 to 15 reps a set. So our 5th and final workout, we're going to make this a superset. So we're going to start with these, I really don't even know what you call these rear delt cable cross pull downs. This is what I'm going to call them. I don't know what the official name is, but anyway, raise those cables all the way up, grab them just by the ball of the cable or the carabiner clip there. You don't really need handles. I mean, you could use handles, but I don't like to. And yeah, pick a pretty easy weight. I mean, this is only like 10 pounds or 12 pounds, something like that. Something that I can get a lot of reps out of. This is just a final burn on those rear delts to really round out your delts, or sorry, to round out the back of your delts and finish that complete shoulder look. So yeah, pick a weight you can do, I don't know, 10 to 15 times. Grab them, cross your arms. Then when you finish, your arms should be kind of extended out. And then with the superset, I'm going to grab a plate. And here I started with a 45, but I only did that for my first set. It got really heavy really fast because my shoulders are just burnt. So I jumped down to a 35 pound plate after this. But anyway, just do these front plate raises along with these cable crossovers. And we'll do this again for 4 sets, and then that's going to be the end of our shoulders. So getting into calves, we're just going to do a quick calf warm-up. I just stand next to a wall, put one hand or one finger just to balance myself, and then I'm just going to raise my calves up and down. Super simple, I don't know, maybe 20 times, and then I push them against the wall like that, kind of angled like, so it stretches out your calf all the way. I just do this because calf cramps are probably the worst ever, so you definitely don't want that when you're pushing heavy weights. So I do this to start, and then I move into my first movement, which is going to be our, I guess you would call them sitting calf raises. I do this on the leg press machine, as you'll see here. But these, pretty simple. I just start off, I'll start off without weight, and I'll do like 20 reps again just to really warm my calf muscles. And then I throw on a 45 on each side, do about 15 reps. Then I go up to 225, do 2 plates on each side, do it again about 12 to 15 reps, and then I go up to 3 plates. And so I do, so that's about 4 different sets that I'm going to do. And in between sets, I lift my legs up and I set them above my head so the blood cannot get to my calves. I learned this from watching a video of another guy, and I don't know if it's good or not for the muscle, but man, when you stand up, you get a rush of blood to your calves, and it just burns like crazy, but it feels good. And I feel like it really allows your calves to really volumize and get a lot larger. And another thing I like to do is I'll show you here my foot placement. I start with just my feet, facing like regular, and then I will turn my feet in sometimes to get different angles as I'm doing reps. This isn't something that I have like a pattern for. I just do it, on each set. I will always do this at least a few times, move my feet around just to kind of hit all angles of my calves. Seems to kind of improve, to really get a more 3D look on your calves. And then my second lift that I'm going to do for my calves, and this is the final thing. I only do 2 different lifts because I feel like I can really work my calves quickly because I don't really have a lot of rest time in between each set. I'm kind of really going hard, and it seems to be the best way to train my calves. So then I move into this seated kind of calf push, and I'll do this 3 times, and again, I'm just about 15 to 20 reps each set, and I'm just moving my feet around, changing angles. I'll show you here in a little bit, what that looks like, but yeah, I'm just really pushing to the max. I'm not doing a ton of weight here. I think it was only on like 70 or 80 pounds, and then I moved up to 90, and then up to like 120 or something like that, and really just trying to get that final burn on my calves. And again, move your feet around, get different angles, feel the burn of different angles, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Anyway, that was our shoulder and calf day. Give this a shot, and let me know what you think in the comments below.